This is a mangrove, and this is the biggest mangrove you can find in Lagos. This video is not about the mangrove, but this video is about the thoughts that came to me while I was on the mangrove. So basically, I remember little things my mother used to tell me while I was growing up, and it drove me to actually make this video. And I also have a tip for you. Watch this video to the end because I'll be showing you a tree that sucks up blood when you touch it. I grew up listening to my mother's superstitious tales about gods you can speak their names out loud, or the ones you have to eulogize before you even mention anything regarding to them. Let's even leave my mother's tale alone. There are movies, people telling you stories about these gods. In fact, when you hear the deeds and the things they have done, it is close to Marvel superheroes, like one who can bring out lightning from his eye, or the one who never gets angry without everybody cowering. These are the myths of African gods. And we've listened to them so many times that, come on, where are these guys now? Well, Nigeria as a country has two prominent religions, Islam and Christianity. But you can still find a little bit of Nigerians who practice traditional religion. These traditional religion worshippers can also be found in the Christians and in the Muslims, right? This is to show you that some of these traditional practices, they are already cultures to them. So maybe when they become a Christian, they still go back to their hometown to celebrate once in a while. And that is when you can find things done in the traditional way. Talking about doing things the African way, this is a little bit of illustration put together to explain how things or situations can be handled the African way.
A few moments later.
Make sense, not the ganga. Ganga.
In your country, how do you handle situations like this, where two people are fighting over something nobody else know about, but their individual truth? Yeah, in your own country, maybe you call 911, the police will interfere and they'll come in, ask different questions, look for DNAs, look for prints. But here in Nigeria, where there are no cameras, while this happened, how do we look for this? How do we know who the culprit is? And this is when we do things the traditional way. Before the white people came to Africa, we have our own culture, our own traditions. So this is the amazing part for me. There are still things that people do to endorse all of these traditional ways. Maybe there's a dispute. You see people still taking that dispute back to the traditional ruler and they settle it the old ways. So what are the old ways?
Like what she said, if somebody stole something here, you bring the black person down to where this crime is. Then they will buy a chin-up, give it to the person that's in charge. Then the person come down, swear for the person that stolen. Let's say 7 days, he wants to die. I'm sure of that. It's the sin that has been happened in front of us since I was born, because I'm now getting to nearly to 60. So what I've been saying, that's what I'm talking about here.
So guys, if you want to settle a dispute the African way, please come here. So this is Ekpe, Lagos State. You understand? And this is a mini shrine which can be found in some houses in Africa, Nigeria to be specific, dedicated to a god that is being worshipped. There are a lot of gods and there are different kind of shrines that can be built. This one, for example, I don't really know much about it, but it's dedicated to a god, and the specifics for each god are actually different. To some they use palm oil, to some they use chicken feathers, and different kinds of shrines that you can find depending on the god. This is the infamous tree that sucks up blood when being touched. As you can see, this tree looks pretty ordinary from the outside, but it isn't an ordinary tree. In fact, I asked one of the elders around here if I could touch it just for fun, and they were begging me like I was about to do something very dangerous. Guys, right here is the tree, and it has been fenced to keep people away from its danger. Oh, and yeah, back to our situation. So guys, this situation here, should we take it to the traditional ruler at the expense of what? Of somebody's life? Somebody dying because of a few thousand that was stolen? Is it worth it? Yes, this is not the best way to carry out judgment, but people still do it anyways, and this is happening in Africa, and it is happening very, very, very often. People dying because of things that they did, and they've been punished the traditional way makes them a scapegoat. Tag where you are from, tag how things like this have been carried out. How do they treat people when they do something, or when you feel somebody has done something to you? How are you going to retaliate? Are you going to call 911, or you are going to do it the Jackie Chan way? Yeah, any way you do it, please put it in the comment section. If you are new to this channel, you can help me by subscribing, and I will help you also by bringing out great content. I promise you on that. But before then, I'd like to tell you to stay cool. On to the next one.